A routine alarm prompted two Oklahoma City officers to honor the Marine veteran. He told me of all the Marine birthdays, today's will be the most memorable. The American and Marine Corps flags fly high in Nilo Florence's front yard in southwest Oklahoma City.
I love my country. I love the Marine Corps.
Every year, Florence celebrates the Corps' birthday.
I'm 87, and I started this Marine Corps business when I was 17, and I've been to 70 of these Marine Corps birthdays.
This year, they celebrated with him, cake and all. Joining the front yard celebration, Florence's family and members of the Oklahoma City Police and Fire Departments.
I never realized it was going to end up something like this. This is such an honor.
Florence told the story of how it all came together, saying it was a God thing.
I looked out through the curtains and it was the firemen. And then I thought, what in the world, my house on fire?
His 94-year-old neighbor fell, and the fire department needed help getting into her home. The veteran Marine sprung into action, but forgot to turn off his home security alarm. A short time later, police showed up.
After we realized there was a false alarm, we just started talking to the gentleman, found out he was a veteran, as is my partner.
They noticed Florence's flags were torn and tattered.
I kind of got the ball rolling, and we called the Marines and called every veteran we knew, and called the Honor Guard.
The result was this Marine's dream come true. Florence watched the flag-raising ceremony with a heart full of gratitude and beaming with pride.
Present up!
I will never forget this.
A lasting memory for everyone involved.
Order!
It really makes this job that we do every day fulfilling when we were able to do something like this for somebody that did so much for our country.
Sergeant Gilmore and Foley plan to do this again for another veteran next year. In the newsroom, Jennifer Pierce, Oklahoma's own News 9. As the violent storm passed through McLean County Wednesday night,
It seemed like it lasted 20 minutes.
dangerous winds knocked out power and sent debris flying everywhere. First responders raced to help the wounded.
The wind turbine on top of the storm shelter sucked off, and I knew we was in the tornado.
Daylight hours revealed the storm's path cut through the town of Cole. Larry and Robbie Bridwell's property became ground zero. 2 homes, a barn, and decades of family memories were destroyed.
It's everything that his whole entire family has ever worked super hard for, and it's gone. Every bit of it is gone.
The couple, their daughter, and grandmother rode out the storm in this shelter.
The first thing with my mind was the door coming open. Yeah. And I tried to get it between the door and my family. I was trying to think how I was going to stop them.
They survived the terrifying storm only to find extensive damage. But it didn't take long for their community to lend a helping hand.
We are so blessed by our church family, our friends, our community, our teachers for our kids, my work, my boss. We are so beyond blessed by people that just love us.
At the end of this long hallway, a room in the Oklahoma County Public Defender's office sits quiet, covered in awards and priceless memories. Bob Ravitz held the position of Chief Public Defender for more than 30 years and worked in the office even longer.
It wasn't just a title for him.
Presiding District Judge Richard Ogden had the somber duty of informing Ravitz's employees, judges, and the District Attorney's Office of the unexpected death Tuesday morning.
It came as a big shock to all of us.
Ogden says Ravitz worked tirelessly to improve the county's justice system and jail.
Even after, 35 years plus of being public defender, I mean, his life moved the needle.
Ravitz even worked with county commissioners to create alternative sentencing for offenders.
So he wanted something that showed punishment but mercy, and to not have the taxpayers fronting the bill by incarcerating them.
Ravitz's legacy went beyond the walls of the Oklahoma County Courthouse. He taught young legal minds at Oklahoma City University School of Law.
And those people that went there were better lawyers because of his teaching.
Bach says many of those students went on to work in the public defender's office, inspired by Ravitz's work.
His legacy is that he created, I think, the best public defender's office in the United States.
Department trainers say there are 2 training steps before officers take less lethal to the streets. First, the classroom, then hands-on training.
Impact, impact, impact.
Master Sergeant Scott Sanders has trained more than 100 Oklahoma City officers in recent months on this new device.
It is a de-escalation tactic. It is something that brings us the ability to do something besides revert to lethal force.
The less lethal 40 millimeter has 2 different rounds, foam and OC powder.
So what I'm talking about, a foam, it's just a little blue nose, and it's kind of squishy. It's like getting hit with about a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Okay, so it's going to hurt.
The department released body camera video of a situation where officers used both rounds. The less lethal shots gave officers a chance to move in on the pursuit suspect.
That was this platform. It's an OC round, and there's OC powder inside of it. And so you saw that little puff. It's also going to debilitate their eyes.
Impact.
Sanders says the 40 millimeter is now the go-to less lethal for officers, as News 9 has seen over the past couple weeks. But police will continue to carry tasers, pepper spray, and beanbag shotguns, all meant to save lives during critical moments.
We're really starting to push into the sanctity of life, where it's no longer just, I go from hands-on to now I just got to go to lethal.
The goal is to have 200 of these out on Oklahoma City streets. In Northwest Oklahoma City, Jennifer Pierce, Oklahoma's own News 9.